I just left the meeting where a good young investigator may very likely lose his job because he didn't understand the warning that your personal life will affect your agency. One thing we have to realize as investigators, police officers, even fire personnel, EMS, we live in a glass fishbowl. And what I mean by that is everybody is watching us. We live in a fishbowl and everybody on the outside is watching us. Public opinion and standards are high. We're gauged based upon public opinion. Whether those opinions are right or wrong, that's how we're gauged. You need to watch for certain areas in your life that can bring discredit to yourself and your agency. Things like your social media. What you post on social media is public for the world. And your agency can become embarrassed by it. And there can be issues come up where it will haunt you. If you're new and you're looking for a job, I would suggest you go back on your social media platforms and remove anything that can bring discredit to you as an investigator. Your party life will come into question. Extramarital affairs or even your sexual life altogether. How many girlfriends, boyfriends you have. Are you a player? Do you pick up a new girl every week? Are you known around the town, around the office, around the department as a girl that likes to date? And that looks bad. That reflects badly upon a department. Your public opinions, things like politics, hot topics such as gay rights, gay marriage, abortion, Republican, Democrat, things like that are hot dividing issues. It's all right for you to have your opinion, and it's all right for you to share your opinion maybe in a small group with friends. But sharing that opinion publicly and coming out on open forums and getting on your soapbox about these issues are dividing topics, and it'll divide a community. The agency has to be fair, firm, and impartial to the entire community and not have investigators that are seen as a dividing officer. So how you live your life is a direct reflection of your agency. And today's law enforcement climate, departments will do anything to get rid of any heat that's being brought upon the department. Public standards are high. And in today's world, everyone has a video camera in their pocket. Think about this. You go out to a local bar, you're hanging out with friends, it's been a rough week, you're throwing back a few fresh brewskis, and the best 10 seconds of that night ends up on all social media platforms. Depending on who you are and what state or county or department you're with, it might be on CNN by morning. Your career has probably just ended because of an action that you took. Now, am I saying that you have to spend your life hiding in your house? Can you not have friends? Can you not be social? Can you not have an opinion? No, you can do all of that. But you need to use wisdom. You need to use integrity. Integrity says, I will do the right thing, even if I know I'm not going to get caught. If you're up in the mountains somewhere and there isn't anybody around for 50 miles, how are you going to act? Because if you act in such a way that you wouldn't act in public, chances are very likely at some point somebody will know. And so integrity says you're going to be the best officer, the best investigator you can for your department and not bring discredit to you or your department. Now, if you don't like that, I'm sorry. You don't have to heed my warning. You don't have to agree with it. But I'm telling you the truth. You have to live your life in such a way that you bring honor and respect to you and your department. If your integrity is defiled, if you in some way are seen as not a professional, what's it going to look like for other law enforcement agencies and other agencies trying to work with your department when, 2 nights ago the police showed up at your house because you were drunk and your wife called on you? Now they go to a crime scene and you're the CSI tech that shows up. The officers on the scene are going to think, this is the guy that's working our crime scene? Is this the woman that's going to be processing our evidence? She can't even keep her own life straight. How much integrity is she going to have on our case? Let a defense attorney find out about some of the stuff that you've been doing in your personal life. You will answer for it on the witness stand, I guarantee you, and you will be embarrassed. The thing is, you embarrass your department, your job, and your career is probably soon to end. Now, let me tell you this. If you do make a stumble up and you do fail in some way, apologize quickly. Own it. Don't blame anybody else. If you messed up, you messed up. Own it, suck up your pride, and apologize. Admit your failure, admit you know where you went wrong, guarantee your department that you will not ever repeat it again, and what steps you're going to take to ensure that it does not happen again. And then above all, do not let it happen again. Because if you're a young officer, a young investigator, you're not going to be able to withstand too many flub-ups before they get rid of you. Now, if you've been around 20, 30 years, there's a good chance you can probably survive a small storm. But even then, it can certainly come back and haunt you. So my advice to you today is to keep your personal life above reproach. Do not do anything that the public can take out of context and in question your integrity. Bring heat on your department, and you're probably looking for a new career.